Hey man, I'm doing blessed. Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Amen.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get to it. Then we're gonna get to it.
Say less.
You think women have more opportunities of cheating today more than 20 years ago?
Do I feel like women have more opportunities to cheat today more than 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Um, um, yeah. Well, actually, no. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Actually, I feel like it's yes and no. I feel like maybe like 20 years ago, like social media wasn't as like popular. Like I mean, people was on social media, but it wasn't used like it's used today. So I feel like it was low key probably easier to cheat and not get caught back in the day because everybody wasn't so heavy on like their phone and social media and just like exposing people and getting caught up and shit like that. Like I don't know. I feel like yes and no. I feel like now you could be smarter about it, but I feel like back then, like you could be more sneaky without getting like caught and exposed versus like today.
Sneaking and geeking. Dotting and plotting.
Thought
Scheming.
and plotting is
Dotting
crazy.
and plotting. Dotting and plotting.
I'm dead.
Dotting too hotty. Fact,
Not
fact,
plotting too
fact.
hard.
Dotting too hotty. Dotting too hotty. Do you feel like polite guys don't get laid by women?
No. I feel like that's what people think. People think that like the nice guys don't win or like the nice guys don't get chosen and stuff like that. But I feel like they actually do. I mean, and I feel
Mm.
like definitely like I will say I feel like the nice guys in today's society are like more like underappreciated and underrated. But I feel like it's some people out here that see like the value in nice men.
You like
And
nice men?
yeah, I like nice men. I don't want no nice shit nigga. And
How
can
old
I
you?
even curse on here or is Instagram gonna block your
You
video
good?
from you cursing?
You good? You
Oh, okay.
good? Everything
Okay.
good. Everything pure. How old
Word.
you is?
I'm 24.
Okay. So
What
you're
about
in
you?
the dope. I'm 26 years of age.
Okay.
So if that's the case, then why are women sleeping with bad boys and want to get with these good guys later in life when they're after their prime, when they're washed and used up and abused and their body count is through the roof and they've been fucked and sucked everybody in the city?
Yeah, okay. I feel like one because of like the trend. Like
What
I
is?
feel like it's a trend to be
Whoa, stop, stop, slow down, slow down. What do you mean trend?
I was about to tell you. I feel like it's a trend to be with men that like have money, that like got all like the luxury and the cars and like all of the materialistic things. Like that's what social media like idolizes. That's what is put in front of people and people think that's what they need to go for. They need to go for like these men that's like not shit, but got money and can like take care of them. And so they do those things. And then sometimes you got to learn your lesson the hard way. Like sometimes you gonna keep being with somebody that's not good for you or going for a certain type of man that's not good for you until you learn your lesson. So I feel like people go with the trend. They go with what they see because they want the money. They want to get taken care of. They want their man buying them bags and shit like that. But they end up getting their heart broken or end up getting treated like shit. And so eventually they learn their lesson and then they want to switch it up later on in life and be like, oh, let me go for the good guys now because they done learned their lesson the hard way.
Would you date you?
But I date me.
Yeah, would you date yourself?
Oh yeah, I would marry myself.
Well, Dennis Rodman did. I'm pretty sure you can do it.
I can marry myself. That's what I'm gonna do if I'm 45 with no husband. I'm gonna just marry
Right.
myself.
I really think the women of the previous generation fail, and the women of that generation fail. But we gotta move on. You feel like relationships
I'm crying.
often you feel like relationships often fail because women forget that there's man happiness matters too.
Mm, I feel like that is like a possible reason that relationships fail. I don't think that might not necessarily be like the main reason, but I do feel like a lot of women do get in relationships and just think about themselves and they don't really think about the person that they're in a relationship with and like making that person happy. They feel like, men just gotta give X, Y, and Z, but a lot of the times they don't give that in return. And so it's kind of like a one-sided relationship where like the man is just doing all of this stuff to make you happy, but what are you doing in return to make your partner happy? So I feel like that is a valid reason of why some relationships don't succeed.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. Do you feel like the feminists have been pushing this lie to women that women are more nurturing, women are more mature, women do men do things in servitude of women, and chivalry is a good thing? You think feminism has been pushing this, and you think that's a lie by them as well?
I actually think that men push this idea that like women are more nurturing and stuff like that. Like I don't really hear too many women say that, to be honest. I don't even think I've ever heard like a woman say that for real, to be honest. I really feel like I hear the men say that more like the man is the one that's more like stern and the one that's more like what's the word? I don't know. They just say like the women are the ones that are more nurturing, the ones that are more sensitive and stuff like that. So I really feel like men push that. And then what was the other part of the question?
Also say that, men must do things in servitude to women, and chivalry is a good thing.
Okay.
But you
Um,
must be gonna be on social media often, or been around enough women, because a lot of women have been pushing this narrative that women are more mature, they're more nurturing. I don't understand how when single mothers raise more criminals and killers than ever. But that's a story for another. That's a story in itself, right there. That's a whole different
I
topic.
about
That's
that.
that's been so prevalent in the community for so long. Prevalent.
I don't know. I feel like I've never personally really, I don't really hear women say that. I really hear men say that. As far as women being more mature than men, I do hear women say that. I do think, for the most part, women are more mature than men. Not men. That not every woman is more mature than every man, but just like like the fundamentals of development, like women mature faster. Like women are like mentally more mature than men are. Like I'm not gonna lie to
Okay.
you. For the most part, not
Man,
all of them,
we can agree to
but
disagree on that. The only
yeah.
thing mature faster is women is their bodies, because they get
Hmm.
old, they have breasts and titties and ass, and they can use that to manipulate weak, horny, dirty men.
But I feel like men also go through puberty early as well and manipulate young, naive women.
Okay, I always thought about this. If women are so more mature, why are all these damn female teachers sleeping with these boys? Nobody's calling it rape. They just say she was having sex with them instead of rape. Because if a man did it, it'd be called rape.
Yeah, I
Rape.
feel like it's rape either way. That don't have anything to do with maturity though. That's really about like double what you call it? Like hypocrisy and like double standards type of thing. Like I don't really think that's maturity. That's like just being realistic. If a man does it, it's rape, and if a female does it, it's also rape. Like
Okay, cool. We gotta move on. What's the best way for a man to overcome? So, what's the best way for somebody to overcome social anxiety?
I don't have social anxiety, so I can't really speak to that question. I would really say the only way you're going to be able to to overcome social anxiety, like, is to put yourself in more social situations. Like you can't overcome your fear of something without having to face it, like because you'll never overcome it. So, I don't have social anxiety, but I would say one of the things I feel like you would absolutely have to do to overcome that anxiety is put yourself in more social situations because you can't overcome anything in life without facing it and hiding from it.
Do you believe women live longer than men because they don't have a wife? Valid or unvalid? Invalid.
Wait, women live longer than men because what?
Because they don't have a wife.
Because wait, women live longer than men because women don't have wives.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I don't really know how to answer that question because some women do have wives. And I don't know. I feel like, I, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay, cool. Well, they say the average size of a woman now in America is size 16, but in the 50s or 40, 50 years ago, it was size 10. Why do you think so many women are bigger now? They're not in shape.
Um, because I feel like in today's society, like people idolize being overweight. Like we have this thing where like, and I'm not telling nobody not to love their size. Like you should love who you are, whatever size you are. But we have this thing where it's like women be big as fuck and they'll wear a bikini or a crop top and like they got this trend of like I can wear what I want to wear and like it don't matter what size I am. I could put on whatever. Like I don't know. I feel like being bigger is like idolized. It's like self love. I mean, that's the word. Being bigger has been like portrayed as like a form of self love, loving yourself big, even though it's unhealthy. Like it's okay to like be a bigger person. I'm not saying don't, but I'm just saying like when you like big as hell and you unhealthy, people literally like idolize that
Wait,
and
wait,
make it seem like
wait. Stop,
you
stop, stop.
know.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. I think the worst thing that ever happened is you could be what you want to be in this world. You know, you could be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a bird, it's okay. If you want to be a dog, if you want to be a man one day and be a woman the next day, you know, be whatever you can be and love yourself, self love. But most people know that when you're overweight like that, you're prone to having diabetes, high blood
Mm.
pressure, and heart failure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, though, is being what you want to be. I feel like that's a beautiful thing, the freedom to be what you want to be. I feel like
Okay.
the worst thing in the world is people who don't have that discernment to know that just because you can be anything doesn't mean you should be anything. Like,
Okay.
you just need to have that discernment to be able to know what is okay to be and what is not okay to be.
You're right. It's okay for a woman to be 355 pounds and 5'2", you know, and way
Now,
more than
I
a
never
man.
said that. I said, that's why
I'm
I
just
said just
saying though.
because.
You say you can be whatever you want to be, so you're right. You know, you're absolutely right. Be what you want to be. Be fat, sloppy, lazy,
See,
because it's
you're
self
not
love.
listening
Love
because
me,
I said, I
love me.
said, I
Wait,
said, have the
let me finish.
discernment to
Don't cut me
know.
off. Don't cut me off.
No,
Don't cut
you
me off.
cut me off. You
But
cut me off.
it's
I
my
said,
show. I can do
having
that.
the discernment.
But
You invited me.
I
You,
understand
you,
that. But listen to me
you give
carefully
me.
though. You
Listen,
got to love
you
that woman.
misconstrued it what I
Stop.
said.
Wait. Stop cutting me
You
off.
misconstrued
You
it
got
what I said.
listen
No,
to me. Stop cutting me
listen
off.
to me. You misconstrued it what I
Listen, no,
said.
listen to what I'm saying carefully.
Listen to
You
what I'm
said love
listening
yourself and be
carefully.
yourself, right? So it's okay to be
That's
350
not
pounds. That's
what I
self
said.
love.
See, you're not
But
listening.
that's
I said,
my
what I
opinion, though. I
said
have a right to
was
my opinion, ma'am.
that's not
But
you
that's
can
my
have an opinion, but
opinion.
you can't tell me what I said. That's not
But
what
that,
I
okay,
said.
but that's my opinion.
How you
I have a
that's
right
not
to
what
my
I said
opinion.
though. You
You can
can
say
have
what you
that
want to
opinion,
say.
but you're telling me what I said. That's not what I said.